I've told the candidates that we're mixing it up, they'll all come at different times. I want to say to them that if they take all the time they need for every question, then we'll get through less. So it's up to them. But first of all, I'm going to Mr. Hudson.
I think one of the saddest... one of the saddest aspects, as you quite correctly identified at the moment, is the reliance of a lot of our people on food banks. And I think we are still suffering the after effects of the global economic crisis that kicked off in 2007. And we have gone through a very serious series of painful cuts. And we're now, as all the candidates have indicated, facing a new horizon in terms of what we have to try and deal with. In terms of what we can do to help those poor people that you were referring to, one of the key things that we would like to see is we'd like to see the housing benefit cuts for the tenants with spare rooms actually to be removed unless they actually refuse a smaller property, because I know I'm very aware of the fact that's a particularly contentious issue that's come up. We'd also like to make it easier for people because, in view of the changes to welfare, we're finding a situation where people are having their benefits cut without warning. That's incredibly unfair. So we would like to introduce a system where people's proper attention is drawn to that by, if you like, some kind of warning system using a yellow card. We would also like to see a new carer's bonus of £250 put in place for those people who are looking after elderly or younger relatives with serious illnesses, because particularly they are the unsung heroes that we see. I mean, you see all the time young children who are looking after their parents. We want to see those people looked after and supported. And we'd also make sure that, you know, the people who are coming to the food banks actually are looked after and cared for in the society, because all the candidates have made mention already about the situation that we find ourselves in, and it is difficult when you see the richer elements of society advancing themselves. So we need to make sure that those systems are in place to look after those very people that you were talking about.
Mrs. Gordon.